Introduction to Tagalog, Reading and Pronunciation for Beginners. Welcome to Tagalog Lessons for Beginners. Learn Tagalog step-by-step course. This is the very first lesson in our full beginner series from talktomeintagalog.com, where we make Filipino easy for everyone. This series is designed for anyone starting from zero knowledge of Tagalog or Filipino. If you've been wondering where to start learning Tagalog, you're in the right place. You should start here. Let's take a quick look at what you'll learn in this first Tagalog lesson and how it will prepare you for the rest of our complete Tagalog beginner series. In Lesson 1, Introduction to Tagalog, you'll learn everything an absolute beginner needs to start speaking Tagalog. We'll cover what Tagalog is and how it relates to Filipino, the original Abakada and modern Tagalog alphabet, the basic vowels, consonants, and special letter sounds, and how to combine letters and syllables to form Tagalog words that you can read and write instantly. Mastering these foundational skills will help you speak Tagalog confidently right from the start. So, what is Tagalog? Tagalog is a widely spoken language in the Philippines. It is used in daily conversations, media, and everyday life. Another question beginners often ask is, are Tagalog and Filipino the same? The short answer is, not exactly. They are closely related but used a little differently. Tagalog is mostly used to represent native sounds or words, while Filipino allows more loanwords, especially from English and Spanish. But in real life, Filipinos don't really separate the two. We don't stop to think whether what we're saying is Tagalog or Filipino. We naturally mix them in everyday conversations, so as a beginner, you shouldn't worry about it. Let's now talk about the original Tagalog alphabet, also known as the Abakada. The Abakada has 20 letters, 5 vowels, and 15 consonants. Each letter represents one sound used in native Tagalog words. One of the most important things to remember from the very beginning is this: Tagalog has no silent letters. If it's written, it must be spoken. I'll now read the original Tagalog alphabet. Listen carefully to how each letter sounds. Then, repeat after me. A, ba, ka, da, e, ga, ha, i, la, ma, na, nga, o, pa, ra, sa, ta, u, wa, ya. Now, while the Abakada is the foundation of native Tagalog words, modern Filipino uses an expanded alphabet. The modern Filipino alphabet has 28 letters. It includes the original 20 Abakada letters plus the letters C, F, J, Nye, Q, V, X, and Z. The letter Nye, pronounced Enye, appears mainly in Spanish names. These additional letters are mostly used for proper names, technical terms, and foreign words. Together, the modern Filipino alphabet combines native Tagalog sounds with foreign letter sounds. For beginners, don't worry, we'll focus on the core Tagalog sounds first, and you'll see these extra letters naturally as you continue learning. Now that you've seen the Tagalog alphabet, let's move on to something even more important: how Tagalog actually sounds. In Unit 3, the Tagalog sound system, we'll start with the 5 basic vowel sounds. These vowels are short, clear, and consistent, and they form the foundation of all Tagalog pronunciation. Listen carefully to each vowel sound, then repeat after me. A, as in father, arms, far. E, as in end, echo, pet. E, as in eat, heat, cliff. O, as in obey, boy, horse. U, as in moon, soon, food. So the basic vowel sounds are a, e, I, O, U. Now that you're familiar with the vowel sounds, let's move on to the consonant sounds in Tagalog. Tagalog has 15 basic consonant sounds, and just like the vowels, these sounds are clear and consistent. As I read the consonants, focus on the sound you hear, not how the letters are written in English. Consonants are pronounced together with a vowel. Listen carefully, then repeat after me. Ba, ka, da, ga, ha, la, ma, na, nga, pa, ra, sa, ta, wa, ya. A few important things to remember. The letter H is always pronounced, and NG is a single sound even when it appears at the beginning of a word, like in the English word sing along. Now that you're familiar with the sounds of the consonants, let's look at how Tagalog actually builds words. Everything starts with a syllable, and Tagalog syllables are very simple and very consistent. To form a basic syllable, just pick a consonant letter like B or K and combine it with one vowel sound. That's it. This is the foundation of reading and pronunciation in Tagalog. For example, the consonant letter B plus the vowel A forms the syllable ba. Another example is the consonant letter K plus the vowel E, which forms the syllable ki. It's very simple, right? In Tagalog, these syllables are written exactly the way they sound. So as you listen, what you hear is exactly what you see. Just follow the pattern as the vowel changes. Let's start. Ba, be, bi, bo, bu. Ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. Da, de, di, do, du. Ga, ge, gi, go, gu. Ha, he, hi, ho, hu. La, le, li, lo, lu. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Na, ne, ni, no, nu. Nga, nge, ngi, ngo, ngu. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. By now, you can trust the spelling. If you can read it, you can say it. Let's finish the last set. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Sa, se, si, so, su. Ta, te, ti, to, tu. Wa, we, wi, wo, wu. Ya, ye, yi, yo, you. We're still exploring the Tagalog sound system, and now it's time to look at some special vowel sounds. These are cases where two vowels flow together as a single sound, and they're mainly used with the letters W and Y. The key thing to remember is to read them as one sound, not two separate vowels. Let's go through the examples and practice saying them together. I, like the English word why. Example, bahay, bahay, meaning house. Aw, like now. Example, sitaw, sitaw, string beans. Next sound, oy, like the word boy. Example, kahoy, kahoy, wood. Ew, like kiwi. Example, sisiw, sisiw, meaning chick. Uy, like gooey. Example, kasoy, kasoy, cashew. And the last sound is a, like the word they. Reina, reina, queen. Here are some more words with special vowel sounds. For I, when you see this in a Tagalog word, remember, the pronunciation is I, not A. I, like gulay, 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 meaning vegetables. Tunay, tunay, tunay. Real, patay, 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 dead. For the special vowel sound ow, remember it's not o but ow, ow. Ikaw, 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 meaning you. Araw, 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 sun or day. Langaw, 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 housefly. Next we have oy, as in apoy, apoy, apoy. Fire, baboy, baboy, baboy. Pig or pork. Biloy, biloy, biloy. Dimple. Vowel sound ew, as in baliw, baliw, baliw. Crazy. Giliw, giliw, giliw. Affection. Aliw, aliw, aliw. Entertainment. Vowel sound uy, as in uy, uy, meaning hey. Aroy, aroy, which is a variation of aray, meaning ouch. Baduy, baduy, tacky. And for the last special vowel sound, a, as in cake, cake, bake, bake, baby, baby. Now that we've covered the sounds of vowels, consonants, and special vowel combinations, it's time to start putting syllables together to form actual words. In Tagalog, words are simply built by combining syllables. Think of it like building Lego sets. Once you know a syllable, you can repeat it or pair it with others to create basic words. For example, the syllables pu and so form the word puso, which means heart in English. Another example is ba plus ka, which makes baka, meaning cow, or beef. As you can see, reading and writing Tagalog words becomes very simple once you understand the syllables. Now that you know how to combine syllables to form words, let's take it a step further and learn the core reading patterns in Tagalog. These patterns are simple, consistent, and can be thought of as the DNA of Tagalog. They form the foundation of nearly every word. Our first pattern is the vowel or V pattern. Here, a single vowel acts as a standalone syllable, and it can be paired with other syllables to form complete words. For example, the vowel A combined with the syllable ma gives the word ama, ama, which is the native and formal Tagalog word for father. Remember, vowels in Tagalog can be standalone syllables, and you can independently add them to other syllables to build words. This is one of the easiest ways to start reading Tagalog naturally. Now that we understand the vowel pattern, let's see it in action with some real Tagalog words. Our first word, oo. O is the perfect example of the V pattern. It's made of two vowels that come together to form a single Tagalog word meaning yes. This shows how vowels can stand alone as syllables and still make complete words. Next, we'll practice a few more words that follow the V pattern. Listen carefully, pay attention to the vowels, and repeat after me. Opo. O-po. Opo. It's the polite form of the word yes. Ina. I-na. Ina. Meaning mother. Isa. 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 One. Ate. 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 Elder sister. Aso. 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 Dog. Ewan. 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 Meaning, I don't know. Ulo. 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 Head. Una. 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 First. Usa. 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 Deer. Now that we've practiced the V pattern, it's time to move on to the next core reading pattern, the CV or Consonant-Vowel pattern. This is the most natural rhythm in Tagalog and is found in the majority of words you'll encounter. Remember, a syllable is made of a consonant letter and a vowel. By combining these syllables, you can form simple everyday words. For example, the syllable ba plus the syllable ta gives us the word bata, which means child or kid in English. This pattern is at the heart of how Tagalog words are built. By the way, you don't need to memorize the reading patterns. They are just guides to help you understand how to read Tagalog words. Focus on learning, not memorizing. Okay, let's practice reading a few more CV pattern words to get used to this natural rhythm. As you read along, notice how each syllable combines a consonant letter with a vowel and how they come together to form a complete word. We'll go slowly at first. Listen carefully to the pronunciation, then repeat after me. Mata. Ma-ta. Mata. Meaning, eye. Kuya. 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 Elder brother. Toyo. 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 Soy sauce. Lima. 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 5. Pera, pera, pera. Money. Kami, kami, kami. We or us. Salita, salita, salita. Word or language. Bakuna, bakuna, bakuna. Vaccine. Mataba, mataba, mataba. Fat. Bili, bili, bili. Meaning to buy. Now that we've practiced the V and CV patterns, let's look at another common pattern in Tagalog, the VC or vowel consonant pattern. Here, a syllable starts with a vowel and ends with a consonant. For example, let's take the syllable is. Notice how it's made of the vowel E followed by the consonant S. When we combine it with another syllable like da, we get the word isda, which means fish in English. Before we move on, here's a helpful tip. If you see two consonants written together and aren't sure how to read the word, draw an imaginary line between them to separate the syllables. For example, in isda, the letters S and D are together, so you can mentally split them as is, da. This makes it much easier to read the word correctly. Now that you know the tip about splitting two consonants, let's practice it with some real Tagalog words. This will help you read words clearly and confidently. For example, in the word bundok, which means mountain, you'll see the letters N D together. Draw an imaginary line between them to read the word as bundok, bundok. Next, the word mangga, which means mango. Here, the ng is a single sound, like in the English word sing. So don't split it. You can read it as mangga, mangga. Another example, kanta, meaning song. Letters N T are together, so split them as kanta, kanta. Next we have mundo, meaning world. Split ND, mundo, mundo. Kidlat, lightning. Split DL, kidlat, kidlat. See how drawing a line between consonants helps you read Tagalog words correctly? Now it's your turn. Try reading these on your own. Remember, practice makes perfect. Okay, tokwa means tofu. Letters K and W should be separate, so read it as tokwa, tokwa. Finally, pansit, a traditional Filipino noodle dish. The letters N and S are separate, so read it as pansit, pansit. Now that you understand the VC or vowel consonant pattern, let's practice another set of Filipino words. This is where you can apply the tip we just learned about splitting consonants. Listen carefully, notice the vowel consonant combinations, and repeat after me. Itlog, 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 meaning egg. Ambon, ambon, ambon. Drizzle, aklat, aklat, aklat. Book, okra, okra, okra. Antok, antok, sleepiness, eksakto, 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 exact, espada, 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 sword, akyat, 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 to go up, ampalaya, 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 bitter gourd, umpisa, 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 start. Now that you practiced the V, CV, and VC patterns, let's learn another common pattern in Tagalog, the CVC, or Consonant-Vowel-Consonant. This structure gives words a full closed sound, which makes them feel complete when you say them. A CVC syllable starts with a consonant, followed by a vowel, and ends with another consonant. This is one of the most natural ways Tagalog words are built. For example, the syllable pin in the word pinto, which means door, follows the CVC pattern, pa, I, na. By combining CVC syllables, you can form clear, fully pronounced words. Let's practice reading more CVC words so you can hear and feel this complete closed sound in action. Dagat, 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 meaning sea. Kamay, 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 hand. Bukas, 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 tomorrow. Pakpak, 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 wing. Ubas, 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 grapes. Ipis, 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 cockroach. Binti, 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 leg. Anak, 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 son or daughter. Tubig, 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 water. Manok, 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 chicken. Up to now, we've practiced the basic reading patterns, V, CV, VC, and CVC. Tagalog words are very regular, but because the language has borrowed words from Spanish and English, we sometimes see consonant clusters, that is, two or more consonants together at the start of a syllable. These are called expanded reading patterns, and they might look tricky at first, but don't worry, the same principles still apply. You can split the consonants mentally to figure out the syllables, just like we did before. Let's look at the CCV pattern, which stands for consonant, consonant, vowel. Here's how it works with real Tagalog words. The word prutas, meaning fruit. The first syllable pru starts with a consonant cluster PR or para, followed by a vowel u, and the next syllable tas completes the word. Read it as prutas, prutas. Next, we have the word braso, which means arm. The first syllable bra begins with BR or bara plus the vowel a. Next syllable so completes the word. So we read it as braso, braso. And the last one is trabajo. Consonant cluster tra, tr plus a, plus consonants ba and ho gives us the word trabajo. trabajo, meaning job or occupation. Notice the pattern? The first consonant cluster combines with a vowel to form the first syllable. Once you identify the first cluster, the rest of the word follows the same rhythm. Just like before, you can mentally split the consonants to read the word accurately. Now, let's practice reading these words aloud, slowly, while paying attention to each syllable. Here are some CCV words. Plato, 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 meaning plate. Clase, 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 class. Gripo, gripo, gripo. Faucet. Plano, plano, plano. Plan. Blusa, blusa, blusa. Blouse. Grado, grado, grado. Grade. Prito, prito, prito. Fried. Clínica, clínica, clínica. Clinic. Placa, placa, placa. License plate. Clima, clima, clima. Climate. Now that you've practiced CCV words, let's move on to the next expanded reading pattern, the CCVC, or Consonant-Vowel-Consonant. Here, a syllable starts with a consonant cluster followed by a vowel and ends with a consonant. This gives the syllable a full, slightly longer sound compared to CCV. CCVC words often come from borrowed Spanish or English words, but don't be scared. The same reading principles also apply. You can break them into syllables to make them easier to read. Let's go through some examples. The word plancha, meaning flat iron. First syllable plan consists of consonant cluster PL plus vowel A plus consonant N, and the second syllable cha, which is a single consonant cluster with TS plus vowel A. Read it as plancha, plancha. The same goes for príncipe, meaning prince. First syllable, prin, consonant cluster PR plus vowel E plus consonant N, and the syllables C and pe. You have to read it as príncipe, príncipe. Our last example is trancaso, meaning flu. First syllable, trang, consonant cluster TR plus vowel A plus consonant NG, and the second and third syllables, ka and so. Read it as trancaso, trancaso. Take your time and practice reading these words aloud, splitting the clusters mentally if it helps. This will make reading longer Tagalog words much easier and more natural. Okay, so let's read another set of CCVC words. Tricycle, tricycle, tricycle. Principio, principio, principio. Principal. Premio, premio, premio. Prize. Brillante, brillante, brillante. Diamond. Planta, planta, planta. Plant as in power plant. Planggana, planggana, planggana. wash basin. You've now practiced all the major Tagalog reading patterns: V, CV, VC, CVC, and the expanded CCV and CCVC patterns. Reading Tagalog words might seem a bit challenging at first, but every word follows these patterns. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become, and soon you'll be able to read and pronounce new words easily. Now that you're comfortable with the basic reading patterns, let's move on to other important consonant sounds in Tagalog, which appear in everyday words and phrases. Two consonant sounds are especially important in Tagalog: H and NG. Here's a tip before we read words with these sounds. The pronunciation is always the same, whether the letter appears at the beginning, middle, or end of a word. Unlike English, you never have to guess if the sound is silent or changes. It stays consistent every time. The letter H. H is always pronounced in Tagalog. Unlike English words our or honor, our H sound is never silent. You'll hear it clearly whether it's at the beginning, middle, or end of a word. Here are some examples. The word ahas. The H is in the middle. Ahas. Ahas, meaning snake. Next, we have the word hindi. The H is at the beginning. Hindi. Hindi. No or not. Dahil. 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 Because. Mahal. 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 Expensive. Hugas. 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 To wash. Simbahan. The letter H is in the end. Simbahan. Simbahan, meaning church. And the last one is buhok. 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 Hair. The Tagalog NG sound. It's similar to the NG in English words like wing, sang, or ringing. It is always pronounced the same, no matter its position in the word. For example, the word lang. NG is at the end. Lang, meaning only. Ngayon. NG is at the beginning. Ngayon. Ngayon, meaning now or today. Ngipin. Ngipin, tooth or teeth. Mabango. NG is at the end. Ma-ba-ngo. Mabango. Fragrant. Pangit. Pangit. NG is in the middle. Pangit, meaning ugly. Bingi. Bingi. Bingi, meaning deaf. Pangalan. 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 Name. Notice how no matter where the H or NG appears, the sound never changes. This makes reading and pronouncing Tagalog words much more predictable than in English. Congratulations! You've completed Lesson 1, Introduction to Tagalog for Absolute Beginners. You've learned the essential foundations for reading, writing, and pronouncing Filipino words. Here's a quick recap of what we covered: what Tagalog is and the difference between Tagalog and Filipino, the original Abakada alphabet and the modern Filipino alphabet, vowel and consonant sounds, including special sounds like H and NG, how to combine consonants and vowels to form syllables, core and expanded reading patterns, tips for splitting consonants and reading longer words, and basic strategies for pronouncing words correctly every time. By practicing these building blocks, you now have the tools to read and pronounce Tagalog words confidently. This is the foundation you'll build on throughout the rest of the series. Now that you've mastered the foundations of reading and pronouncing Tagalog, it's time to put your skills into practice. Our next lesson, Basic Tagalog Greetings and Useful Phrases for Beginners, will help you start speaking Tagalog right away. In Lesson 2, you will learn common Tagalog greetings to use every day, how and when to use the polite particles po and opo, practical short Tagalog phrases by category, other important Filipino expressions you can start using at once, and how to introduce yourself naturally in Tagalog. By the end of Lesson 2, you'll be able to start conversations and greet people with confidence. If you're ready to move from reading to speaking Tagalog, let's jump into Lesson 2 of Tagalog Lessons for Beginners. Learn Tagalog step by step, the full series, and start speaking Filipino fluently.